you can't touch your neighbor because I don't want anybody running into you.
Oh, yeah, when I close my eyes, it's like...
She's taking a video.
All right, ready? Close your eyes. Voices off, Lincoln. Simon says face west. Well, Cooper, sit down. Brody W, sit down. Brooklyn, sit down. Simon says face south. Daisy, sit down. Simon says put your arm out to the east. Simon says face east. Layton, sit down. Simon says face north. Simon says put your arm out to the west. Face south. Trinity, Brianna, sit down. Simon says face south. You can keep your eyes closed. Simon says put your foot out to the west. Brady, sit down.
What? Oh.
Simon says face north. Put your arm out to the east. Lincoln, sit down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dang it.
Simon says face west. Put your arm out to the north. Simon says face east. Face south. Simon says put your leg out to the south. Face west. Brody, sit down. Simon says face north. Face east. Simon says put your foot out to the south. Simon says face east. Simon says face south. Simon says put your arm out to the west. Face west. Simon says face east. Simon says put one arm out to the south and one arm out to the north. Simon says face north. Face south. Simon says face west.
I know, that's what happened to me. I couldn't see.
You might have more than one winner. Simon says face east. Simon says put your arm out to the north. Simon says face south. Put your arm out to the east. Simon says face west. Put one leg out to the south. Simon says face south. Simon says face east. Put one arm out to the north. Simon says face north. Simon says face south. Simon says face west. Face north. I don't know if I'm gonna stump the rest of you, so I think we're gonna call it a 5-way tie. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think they got it down. They're pretty good, huh?
Wait, Joseph still standing?
They're pretty good. So if you're still standing, good job. You're the winners today. All right, we have to start our lessons, so come back to your spot and find this page. It should be page 10 in your workbook. Find this page, Claire. Lincoln, find this page. It's page 10. Should be on the back of our laundromat page we did yesterday. If you're looking at this page, what do you see?
I see a compass road.
I see.
What do you see?
a map page.
A map key. Is there anything on our map?
No.
There isn't.
No.
We gonna make a map?
No, there's a map.
What do you think we're gonna do on this page if it's blank?
We can make our own.
We're gonna make our own map today. We've talked about map keys, we've talked about directions, compass, roads, reading a map, following directions. So now we gotta make our own. First, Claire, what do we need to do first?
Draw north.
Draw north. Where's north? At the top. That is the first thing we need to do on any map that we draw is make our compass rose. Everybody have north first. What is the opposite of north?
South.
So south goes on the bottom. Cooper, what goes over here? East. Good job. And what is the opposite of west, everybody?
West.
Or east?
West.
What do we spell?
Soggy waffle.
Never eat soggy waffles.
Or you can say never use
So we have the main directions now. Mia, what goes between our N and our E? Our north and our east. Right here.
Northeast.
Northeast. Our abbreviation is NE for north and east. Rain, what goes between our S and our E?
Southeast.
Southeast. Abbreviated SE. Cooper, what goes between our S and our W?
Southwest.
Southwest. Good job. What's our abbreviation for southwest? SW. And our last one, Joey.
Northwest.
Northwest goes between north and west, abbreviated NW. Okay, we have our first step done. Our compass rose is done. Now, our map key is given for us here. And let's look at our symbols. What is this a symbol of?
Tree. Bush. House. Flowers. Swing set. Trampoline. Basketball court.
I think that's all of them. Yeah. So since we're drawing our own map, we do have to use some of these symbols, but you don't have to use them all. Okay, Rain, your question.
Can I do my house because my house has all of them?
Sure, you sure can. But some of these are kind of hard to draw, aren't they?
Yeah. Like the trampoline.
The trampoline is kind of hard. So what I'm gonna do for me, I'm gonna cross out this symbol,
You have a trampoline at your house?
and I'm just gonna do a triangle for my trampoline.
You have a
trampoline.
I don't, but on my
I
map
do.
I might.
I'm gonna grab
So
my
symbols don't have to be this detailed. They can be simple. For the basketball court,
Yeah, don't.
I don't think I'm gonna draw that.
You could do a hexagon.
I could, but I'm just gonna do a circle. So I'm gonna cross that out and do a circle. So now I have a tree, a bush, a house, flowers, swing set. My trampoline is a triangle. My basketball court is a circle. And I want to add something else to my map. So I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm gonna make a line And I'm gonna label this as a road, because I want a road on my map. Okay, I do. You don't have to do these ones on this map. This is just a practice map.
Yeah, I want to do it.
After we're done with this one, you guys are gonna make a map of whatever you want. It can be your dream bedroom, it can be your playground, it can be the school, whatever you want, and you get to make up your map symbols. Can I draw something on my map that is not on my map? No, I can't. So looking at my map key, could I draw a pool on my map right now?
No.
I couldn't. So using these map symbols in my map key, I'm going to draw my map. So what I'm going to do, you guys are going to draw your own. I'm going to make my road. So this was my symbol for my road, right? Okay. Next, I want to draw a house. So my symbol for a house, can I draw any type of house that I want, or does it have to look like this?
Any type.
It has to look like this. If I draw any type on here, will I be able to find it in my map key and know what it is?
You can X that out.
Wait, does that have to
I
be
could X it out.
exactly like that house?
It does have to look like that house.
It has
Exactly.
What?
That's why I crossed out the trampoline symbol, because I don't want to draw that trampoline. I
I
think
don't really want
a
to.
triangle
Why can't
is so much easier.
Why can't
So I'm going to draw my house right here.
I'm crossing out that house. I'm not drawing that.
What other symbol could you use for the house?
A different house.
You could draw a simpler house. You could draw a square. It does not have to be detailed. It can be very, very simple. It can be anything.
Start on your map.
So I have my house. Not yet. Don't start yet. We are going to go through this first. I have my house. Now I'm going to draw a tree by my house. Is that on my map key?
Yeah.
Over here, I think I want the basketball court. Is that the symbol for basketball court? Yep. Behind my house, I want my trampoline. But what's my symbol for trampoline?
Square.
A triangle. So that's all I have to draw. And I think I want a swing set over here.
Okay, I'm probably not going to draw that.
So looking at my map, could you tell me what is next to my house? Claire, what's next to my house?
A tree.
A tree. And you know that's a tree because it's in the map key.
I wish there was a school.
What is west of my house?
A swing set.
A swing set.
No, a road.
A road and a swing set. If we go west, we hit the swing set. What is south of my swing set?
South?
What is south of my swing set? Rain?
The basketball court.
The basketball court. How'd you know that was a basketball court? How'd you know this was the basketball court?
Because I looked at it.
Because it's in my map key. So on these practice maps, what I want you to do, you can change whatever you want in here, but you have to use 5 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 actually because I have my road too.
I have 7.
So you have to use
You can use more, but you have to use 5 on this map.
I'm probably
Okay.
going to excuse me.
We all have our compass rows filled in, so that's perfect. After we're done with this, we are going to get a blank sheet of paper. It's not going to have our compass on it. It's not going to have our map key on it. What we're going to do with that paper, we are going to make our own map. Whatever you want, we do not have to use these symbols, but on that map, what you need are 5 symbols.
Okay.
Of whatever you want. Do they have to be detailed like this?
No.
No, they don't have to look like a swing set. A swing set can be a square. It can be a triangle. It can be a hexagon. You need 5 symbols on the blank map. You also need to make your own compass rows. This part will not be on the paper for you, girls. This will not be on the paper for you, so you have to draw this. All you need to do is make a circle and then make a cross in between, or a star, okay? This will be after here still so you can see. And then the last thing you need to make is your map key. I want you guys to look at this map key. Is it big or small?
Big.
It's big. Look how big it is. Is it easy to read?
Yeah.
So when you make your map key on your blank piece of paper, I don't want it a little square in the corner. I want it to take up a lot of your bottom part. Okay? Make your symbols big enough so everybody can see them and read them. Because if I can't read your symbols, can I read your map? No. I can't. So these are the 3 things you need on your blank piece of paper when you are finished with this. Can you draw something on your map that's not on your key?
No.
No, you can't. You have to follow
Can
your
you
key.
make different stuff on them?
Yep, you can add whatever you want on there. You can change what it looks like, right?
Instead of putting your map key on the bottom paper on the side.
You can do the side too, I think. Yep, side or bottom, but make it big. Brady?
Like, can you, does it have to be, like, real?
It does not have to be real.
Can you put a slide in?
You can do whatever you want. It's going to be your map. But this one that I'm giving you the blank paper for is going to be assessed by me and Mrs. Coons.
What's that mean?
We're going to grade it. Okay? So if you have all 3 of these things, you'll get a 3. You'll be good to go. But if you're missing your map key or your compass rose, you're not going to get a 3. And if your map key doesn't match your map and I can't read it, you're not going to get a 3 for that either. Okay?
I'm gonna make these one of them.
So we're going to work really hard on these. Your blank piece of paper that you're going to draw your map on, we're going to do something with it tomorrow. So don't make it too crazy. You only need 5 symbols. You can do more, but don't make it too crazy. Rylan?
Can you make it gloss?
You can make whatever you want, but make sure it's on your map key, okay? Okay? Alright, you guys can get started on this. I'll give you like 5-7 minutes to do this one, and then we'll do our blank ones, okay?